So there, I believe, about 30 patterns. You don't need to know all of them. If you recognize one, you'll recognize all of them, but also you can now play with this when needed. We remind you very gently. Things like splitting one thing, one idea into two parts and opposing them. Example, look and see, kind of the same, right? So if I'll oppose two of them, I'm splitting this object that our mind taking as a one model, one idea, one belief, well, splitting it by splitting that, I am creating that effect in person's mind. Now their mind, their psyche, their thinking is split. Therefore, they're not fully there now, at least for a short period of time. Critical factor is not present. The gate is open. They're vulnerable to anything. I can use it in my work to seed them positive suggestions to help them. But it's also can be used against people in a very powerful way. So, example, when you looking at me, I wish you well, right? But when you see how I talk, you may start doubting. But then you look again and you start doubting yourself, whether it's something with your own perception. But then you see that I actually have a good intention behind everything I do. Then you get really confused. But then you look again at any words that I say, and here I can even pile up other things. I can confuse intentionally representative systems and mix visual, audio, and kinesthetic and use it incorrectly. When you're looking at the words I say, or when you're looking at the sound of my voice, you see that I'm kind of a good person with good intentions. But then you're looking at the way you feel in the moment. Are you trancing out? So I see your concerned look. Like, what the hell is she talking about? I'm kind of saying the smart words, right? But it makes no sense. It's going nowhere. But how many people talk like this, right? They start in conversation, it's something real, you start paying attention, they grabbed you. And then like, wow, I already don't know where I am, what's going on, how it's going to end. Like, I'm completely lost. That's one of the ways. You giving two choice, well, you asking for something or like asking a question, but you're doing it in a way that there is no right answer. We had a very good example. I know every time she asked questions, before I even answer, she'll already say, I want to do this, but I've already done this, and it doesn't work. And I know nothing will work. And I'm left with it, like, where am I supposed, and whole group is sitting. What am I supposed to do with this? And she did it over and over and over. Maruta, you were there. Bedatri, Sue, you were there. You remember this? Every question was like this from Lisa. I want you to pay attention to me now, but make sure you take care of your own business right now. Pay attention to the notes, take notes, but pay attention to me. There is no right thing you can do. There is no right choice.
Can you do that one again? I was so confused at the, can you do that again so I can critically hear it?
Something you don't understand, don't be shy, ask me questions, but I don't want you to interrupt me. You see what I did? It threw you off, didn't it? I'm asking you to do something, or I'm asking you a question or for favor, but there is no right choice or no right answer, right? Do you see the reaction? I saw your face. You see, but how many times we were in situations like this? Like, what? And if you pile up, like if you're not alone, When you're in public, you have to keep composed, not offending anyone. You're worrying about, losing your own face too. You see?
Well, and I could see too, like a lot of us have the people pleasing, like you just want to give in, like you just naturally will give into it, or to make you feel better and keep the peace in the situation, like, okay, whatever it is you want, because my brain's still not processing it, but it just seems easier to sign here or to,
Because we're conditioned. You be nice. No matter how crazy person is, you be kind to them. Maybe they're suffering. It's their pain. It's whatever their trauma. Maybe they're ill. You be nice. You take care of. You put them first. But does it help? So another one would be good example when you using different timelines. That is actually pretty effective during coaching and hypnosis session, but also during, well, what's intention? In sales, it's used and also when, in places where people need to be manipulated. Go back in time, remember yourself as a girl. What was important to you? How you felt? What were your dreams? And when today you woke up, what dreams did you have? What were you doing yesterday? When you were little, how your mom called you? What name she used for you? What are you going to be doing tomorrow? You see, it's subtle, nothing really is happening, but you kind of, ooh, right? All right, well, now you have examples. Be mindful, be mindful.
But
So
it's like,
these are,
when are we not being manipulated though? It's like everything feels like a manipulation after taking this class.
and for that, I wrote a whole module. I'm actually in the process. I need to check grammar. I have not checked grammar yet. I'll upload it to the same section. You have to build that inner core so you trust yourself. You have to have strong beliefs that you are okay, no matter who, what says to you, how they make you feel. You need to have that inner strong belief that you are okay. You're fine. You need to trust your thoughts, your beliefs, your desire. You need to honor your desires. You need to believe in the priorities that you have for yourself. You have to believe strongly and unshakably into your own moral compass, what is right and what is not. Well, in shamanic practices, we do it energetically to put you together, build that inner core. But obviously, there is more work needs to be done. Self-reflection, constant affirmation of yourself as a whole being. I am fine. Doesn't matter who and what says, how they make me feel. It has to be unshakable. And then inner support system. I don't know how to translate it in English, of course. You have to build that foundation inside on which you can lean, on which you can rely. Skill of self-reliance. Lots of people don't have that. Any simple question, everybody runs. Like, let me ask somebody, let me go get somebody's opinion. If you just stop and think about it, you probably have the answers. Any little thing you need, how fast do you run and ask for help, or you actually try to do it yourself? If other people's opinions matter more on day-to-day basis, you don't have that inner support. Have to build that sovereignty. You have to trust your opinion more than anybody else's, unless it's something that you have no knowledge of, like you're not going to do brain surgery because you're not trained surgeon. But with things like how should I feel about it, you should have your own opinion. Then you're not likely to be influenced by wrong people. You have to trust yourself. In toxic relationships, it doesn't happen, right up front. Here I am, narcissist. I'm going to use you, abuse you, deal with this. It happened little by little. They see this that they train you not to depend on yourself, not trust yourself. They gaslight you little by little. Are you sure you feel this way? But you're the ones that feeling it. Who else will be sure? You don't want to think this way. Well, you're just imagining it. Surely you can't be feeling this way. You're just confused right now. Happen little by little.